Okay. So yesterday we went over the question 1 to question 3 and gives you some hint for question 4 and question 5 and question 6. So today let me give you the answer for the 4, 5, 6, and I'm gonna give you some hint for the following questions. All right. So number 4, it is a simple even adding. So yesterday we talked about we need to firstly loop through the numbers from 1 to the given num, and then we check if the current number is even or not. If that is even, we sum it up, and if that's odd, we just can ignore that. Right? So the code for that is going to be a loop, and within a loop we can have if cases to check the stuff inside it. So let's create that. Have a for loop, variable, you can give it any name and just call it I. Start from 1, and I is going to continue. We're going to continue running this loop when I is smaller or equals to the given num, and every time I want adding 1 to the I. Right. So this is looping from 1 to the num, and inside it, while it is looping from 1 to the num, I want to check if the current number is even or not. So how do I do it? I'm going to do if cases here. If I, the current I, if that is a even number, so I use this modulo 2. If that equal to 0, that means that's even number, right? So if that is an even number, what I want to do here is sum it up. How do I sum it up? I will need a place to store it, a variable I can store the answer it, like an accumulator here. So let's create a variable I can store the answers into it. So like let's call it result. It's just equal to 0, and I can keep adding my I to it. And after the loop is going to be my final answer. So if that is an even number, if I is even, then what we want to do is result is equal to result plus the current I. Right, it's equal to the, so when we first time run it, it's going to like result is equal to 0 and plus the current I. Basically, if we're trying looking for from 1 to 5, when I is equal to 2, we're adding the 2 to the 0 to the 0 is equal to 2, and when I equal to 3, we can ignore it, and then when I equal to 4, we're gonna add this 4 to result again, and result becomes 6, right? And you can also using the shorter syntax for this to see result plus equal to I. They are the same thing, right? This two equivalent. Just a shorter syntax. Right. So this is gonna be it's gonna work. You don't have to have you don't have to need a else case, because like if that's cannot divided by 2, you don't have to do anything. So you can basically you can just ignore the else case. And let's try it. Let's console the log. Actually, I forget. After the for loop, we're gonna return the result. Right? Otherwise, get no output. So console log. I want to console log the simple even ending. I'm going to try it with few examples. Try it from simple even ending 6. So it should be the answer should be 2 plus 4 plus 6, which is 12. Let's try that. Let me open the folder where we can have that file. It's on my desktop. New folder. Yeah, index.html. Let's bring it into here. 12. Yeah, so the answer here is 12. All right. We're gonna try a few more examples, like simple ending 5. Answer should be 6. Simple ending 10. Answer is 30. 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10, which is 30, yeah. And there's another way you can do that, right? So this way we are looping from 1 to the num, and adding 1 each time, and when it is an even number, when it is even number, we plus it to the result, and finally we return result out. And this should be another way. So let me show you how to do that. Let's comment this part out, and we can have a same thing again. We're gonna have a result, which is going to start from 0. And this time I want to have another loop. Variable I is gonna start from 0. And again, we stop when I is small or equals to, or we're gonna stop when I is getting bigger than num. But I don't want to like adding 1 each time, because like that's unnecessary. I don't really need the odd number. So how about I just adding 2 each time? I is equal to I plus 2, adding 2 each time. Like we're looping through from 0 to num, but every time I plus 2 to it. So the I changing from 0 to 2 to 4 to 6, it just skips the odd number from here. And all I need to do here is just adding I to the result, and just return it out. Return the result. And here I can short it. Let me I equals I plus 2. We can write it like I plus equal 2, right? It's the same syntax as a result one. Just make it shorter. So in this way, it's still working. It's give you the same result. Like test it again, it's give you 12. Test a 5, it give you 6. Yep, it's the same thing. Like the previous way we looping from 1 to the n. I mean, you can still do from 0 to n plus. It's the same thing, like a plus another at 0. So it's adding 1 each time. So where I is changing from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and but we are checking. We have if cases checking if that I is even number or not. And in this case here, we are just adding 2 each time to the I. So I is changing from 0 to 4, 6. It just gives the odd numbers, right? And this actually is a better way, because it's doing less loops. Like if we try to get in the simple even ending 10, this loop going to do it 10 times because it's getting from 1 to 10, and this one going to only do 5 times because it's like a 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's just skips the odd numbers. All right, this is a faster way to do so. And number 5. Let's take a look at the question. The question is ask you to do a letter capitalization. So you have to, if I give you a sentence, you're gonna capitalize the first letter of each word inside it. Right. So again, I give some hint yesterday. So you need to split the input string based on the space, and then find the first letter of each word, and then we capitalize it. All right. So let's try that. So firstly, let's split the input string based on the space. So variable splitted array is equals to string dot split. Split. I told you like you can take a look at the split. This function is able to help you split the current string based on the given input you put here, given parameter you put here. Right now I want it to split the string based on the empty space. So I put empty space in the parenthesis, and we can take a look at how it looks like. If it's return the split array. Let's test it. Let's console log this function and see how it looks like. Console log, later capitalize, and give you a string. Hello. This is symbol. Right. So let's try that. If I reload it, let me count. let me comment out the simple email ending. All right, so this is the result. It's basically it's going to put a string into an array of 4 items. The first one is hello, the second one is this, third one is, and M symbol. It's based on the empty space between the words. It's going to split the string into a different array of words. All right, it's going to split the string into an array of words. Depends on the space I have inside it. And right now, I have an array of string, and what I need to do is getting the word inside it. Every time I get a one word from it, like I get the first one, I capitalize H, I get the second one, capitalize the first again the first letter is T, and I get another one, I get another one. Right? I can loop through this array, getting the words from it one by one. So okay, I have the array, and how do I find the first letter inside it? So again, let's have a for loop. For variable I, again I'm using I because I just refers to index. Use I a lot. I smaller than splitted array the length. So I'm looping from the 0 index to the length minus 1. So which going to refers to the first item until the last item in the array. And I plus plus, each time I have plus 1 to the I. Alright, so I is changing from 1 to the from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4 until the length minus 1. So what I want to do here, again I will need a result to holding my answer. In this case it's going to be an empty string, so I can keep plus my answer inside it. Like for example, after I get the first letter, first word, I capitalize the first letter of it, and then I want to add this word into my result string, and then adding another one, then adding another one, and adding like until all of them. So it's gonna be my final answer. All right. So in here I want to say result is equals to result plus splitted array, the ith item of it, because I is changing from 0 to 1 to 3, so I just refers to the current one. And I want to get the first letter of it. How do I get the first letter of this string? You can just call 0 on it. For example, you can see like if you say hello, and you call a 0 on it, it's going to give you the H. You call 1, it's going to be the second index, it's going to be the E. Alright, this is how you getting the characters inside the string. You can do it just like how you're getting the element inside the array. And then I want to change it to the uppercase, right? I want to capitalize it. So there's a function called to uppercase. To uppercase is going to change it's going to be a string dot to uppercase. It's a predefined function. You can change that string into uppercase. And then I want to add the rest part of it. The rest part is basically it's just the how do I say it? The rest part is just still keep the lowercase. So how do I get the rest part of it? It's going to be the same item dot slice 1. Slice is going to give you the part of a string. Slice 1 is basically going to give you the string without the first character. So you can also you can try it here. You can say hello dot slice. You just say slice 1. It's give you the string without the first character. Slice 2, the rest of it. Slice 3, you can just do slice getting part of it. All right, you should learn this from the online course. And okay, let's try how it looks like right now. Let's try to return the result. Not the 0 result. All right, let's try that. So we have let's remove this comment here. Let's try that. So if I reload it, oops, I dot slice, not I dot slice. It should be the splitted array I dot slice, the same item inside it. Hello, the answer is Let me make it bigger. This hello, this is M symbol. You see the first character are capitalized, but I forget the space between them. So let's adding a space here. I prefer adding it at the start. So it's going to be the space and in the whole part. So it's going to be hello, this is M symbol, but there's an actual space at the beginning. And I can get rid of it. Just saying, like again, we can use a slice. You can say result dot slice without the first character. When I return it, I want to do a slice. Then it's going to be the correct answer. Alright? And again, there's should be multiple ways you can do so. This is might be the most the common way, the first way coming to your mind. Also, you can use it in something else, like the maybe you want to use a for each loop to do so. So yeah, you can do it with a for each loop. Again, you can always transfer for each loop into for loop, and you always transfer the for loop into for each loop, and also maybe using a while loop. Loops can be changes. So let me comment out the for loop. So to do it with a for each loop, just gonna have a again, you're gonna use a split array, and then do a for each on it. Remember, for each takes a function, right? Takes a function, and I can have the element. I mean that is going to be the word inside it, the element inside this array. And inside this function, what I want to do, I want to do something on the new string. So I say new string, the result. Result is plus equals to the again empty string plus the not split array. I can just use element. The zero index of the element basically is going to be each word, the first character of each word. I want to transfer it to the uppercase. Alright, transfer it to uppercase. And the rest part of the element. It's going to be adding the element dot size 1. Right, this one also going to work. It's doing the same thing. Right, it's doing the same thing. Oops, I get an error. Alright, to uppercase. Should be capital C here. Right, this is still works. It's doing the same thing. So choose the way you like it, or just give the multiple ways, fine. Right, that's number 5. You'll split that string into array, and I getting the different element from it, and then capitalize the first character and plus the rest part of the word, and then combine them back into a whole string, and then return it out. Right, don't forget to remove the actual space. If you have a space at the end, you're gonna remove it from the end. If you have a string at the start, you remove it from the start. Number 6. Write the function simple reverse. Take a string and return the string in a reverse order. So this is also it shouldn't be very hard. Let's copy the function name here. Function simple reverse. It takes a string str. Let me comment the console log here out. You're gonna have a console log to test it. Console log simple reverse. Let's give it hello again. Let me make it longer. Hello world. Yeah. So simple reverse is going to reverse the string for me. Again, we're going to start from the longer way. So firstly, we're going to have again we can split the string into array, and getting each character out from it, and combine them back to a string from the last element, and keep adding until the first element. Right? Let's do it. Variable my, let's say splitted array, just the name of it. You can call it any name. Is equal to str.split. And this time, I don't want to split based on space. I just want to split into single character. So I just split with an empty string here. It's going to split it into the array with with a single character. We have it. We can try that. Let's return this split array. I want to see what I have inside it. All right. So say I get an array with 11 elements. It's split based on the each character. All right. So if you split with empty string, it's going to split it into a single character, single letter. All right. And after I get in the single letter, I can do a loop here. So it's going to be for variable I. This time I want to get it from reverse way, right? I want to get the last element first, and then getting the second last, and until getting the first one from backwards. So I start from the split array, the length -1. Don't forget to -1, because it starts from 0, and if there is a 10 element, the last element is going to be 9. So don't forget to -1. And when I is getting smaller than 0, I want to stop it. And I minus minus is going to be a reverse way. Again, we're going to have a variable called result, and we can pass the answer into it. This time it's going to be still an empty string. Right, inside result is equals to plus equals to, I want to plus keep passing the word inside the split array, so it's going to plus split array I to it, and then I'm going to return it out, return the result. Right, so I'm doing a for loop, start from the last digit, last element, last character of this array, last element of this array, and then going backwards until the first one. Right, so the answer will be nothing. What? What? Is this no output? Oh, this is when to continue. When I is greater or equal to 0, I want to continue this. Yeah. Right. So this is the word in a reverse way. Right. See, this is a hello word in a reverse way. In reverse order. Well, this is very straightforward, and we can have like some other ways to do so. For example, I can have like there is a function called reverse. Let me comment the current way out. Like I'm not gonna need a for loop here. There's a function called reverse. If you do a reverse, you can use a reverse on a array. If you do a reverse on an array, like for example, I split that into array, and then I'll call reverse on it. If you take a look how it looks like, you'll see this is also going to split that array into 11 elements inside it, and then it's going to reverse the index inside it. It's going to start from the last one until the first one. So you don't have to reverse by yourself. This function is going to reverse for you. And the benefit is like you can, when you do the loop, you can still start from the first item, start from 0, and I is going to stop when it's getting to the last element. And again, you can use L++. Inside this loop, you can just combine them into a string. So you don't have to reverse by yourself. It's a helper function help you do so, and it's give you the similar results. Right, this is the second way you can do so. And there's another way. So this way we firstly split that into an array of character and reverse the array, and then just plus them together. And there's another way. So let's comment the thing out. The last way is comment everything out. Let's redo it. All right. So I can I can have a actually don't comment everything out. I just want to comment out the string, the array out. Again, we still want to split it, reverse it, and there is an easier way for you to combine them back. It's just going to be using a join. Join function allows you to combine, transfer an array into a string. So if you remember, we have a split array here, right? And to combine that array back to convert that array back to a string, you can just join that with an empty string. You can search around it, and so it's going to be this split array dot join with an empty string here. See, this is going to give you the same result. You don't have to even to do the array to pass them back by yourself. And if you're interested in what the join function does, just take a look of it. All right, join in the JavaScript. Should be a full document explanation inside here. All right, create and return new string by concatenating all of elements in an array. Right, separated by comma, something like that. Right, take a look of that. And yeah, we can even shorten this one, so we can see we don't even need the split array here. What we all need is just have the str, return the str the split empty string, and reverse it, and then I want to join it with the empty string. So you can basically have your answer in one line, just a split, reverse, and join. That's it. Doing three things: we split it, reverse it, and then join and combine it back to the string. It's going to be your answer, right? Give you the same result. So you can just have everything just in one line. So that's for the question 6. And let's take a look at the following question. So question number 7. Let me give you some hint again, and then you can take a look before I tell you the answer and try to practice a little bit. So number 7, it asks you to write a function. It's called find diff, and takes an array. In this function, it takes the array as an argument, as a parameter. You're going to looking for the difference between the maximum number inside it and the minimum number. Right? You're gonna using the max one to minus the minimum one inside it. So basically, you're gonna have to do two things. Firstly, find the max number and the minimum number. Basically, there's two steps. First, find the maximum number, then find the minimum number. Do a minus. That's it, right? Find the max, find the minimum, and do a minus. How do you find the max, find the minimum? Well, think about maybe you need to loop through the array, right? Like there's an array. You're gonna keep checking the first one, the second one, the third one, checking which one is the biggest one. To compare them inside it. Think about firstly we compare the first element with the second element, which one is bigger. If the second one is bigger, we're gonna compare the second one with the third one. If still the second one bigger, we're gonna compare the second one with the fourth one, until we find the biggest one inside it. And again, we're gonna also find the minimum one, like the smallest one inside it, and do a minus between them. It's gonna give you the answer. All right. And also maybe you can find some help functions to help you do so. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow, right? So number 8. Function. Let me put the comments. Write the function time convert. It takes the number as a parameter and returns the number of hours and minutes, and parameter converts to. Sorry, it's just converts the parameter into hour and minutes with a column. So basically, what it's trying to ask you to do is you create a function. It takes a number, and you're gonna convert that into a time-hour format, hour, minutes, and seconds format. So for example, there's no second, just hour and minutes. So if I give you well, forget the function name called time convert. If I give you the input at 61 basically that is minutes. I want you to convert it into hour and minute. So if I give it 61, I want to convert it into 1 hour and 1 minute. If I give you 123, that is 2 hours and 3 minutes. Right, this is what I expect you to do in this function. So this should be very, very easy, right? This is think about like how many hours inside this one and how many minutes inside this one. How do you get the hour, get the minute, and then plus them together, right? Combine them together, concatenate them together. This is basically a combine. There's 2 strings inside it, and plus the column, and then plus a minute. Right? This is basically how it is. Think about it in this way. You're gonna find the hour, find the minute, and plus them together. Right? This is how the function looks like. Right? So that's number 8. Number 9. This number 9 is not easy, right? This one is hard. This is one of the hardest one in this assignment. So the number 9 function name is called findString, findstr. It takes 2 arguments, 2 parameters, str and long. So what you need to do here in the example, let me make it bigger. Number 9 is here, right? So write function str taking 2 strings as parameters and return how many str you can find in the long string. For example, in this case, we have str equal to hi, and the long is equal to this da is dhi. This is long string here, and your job is looking for how many hi you can find in this long string. In this case, I have a hi here. I have a high here, another high, the third high. So the answer is 3. Another example here, like the short string is O, and we're going to looking for how many O we have in this long string. So 2 inside it, so the answer is 2. And this one we're looking for how many har we can find in A, B, C, D, E. This is 0, we cannot find 1, so this answer is 0. And in this case, how many H we have in this one? We have 1, 2, 3, 3 H, so the answer is 3. All right, looking for how many str you can find in this long string. So this is something to think about it. So firstly, of course, we're gonna compare. I mean, looking for. Let me think about how do I split it into different steps. We're going to have a counter, right? We're going to have a counter, accumulate a counter. So every time when we find str in the long, we're going to add 1 to the counter, and then we return the counter out. We know how many words we have inside it, how many str we have inside the long. And how do I know like are they matched together? So let's take a look example of this one. This one, second one, right? So think about how can I know like how many O I have it? Again, I can split this string into array, right? Like for example, I split this string into array like a DAO with a 5 element. And first, compare: is this O equal to this D? No, it's not. So we don't have to do anything. If this A equals to this O, no, it's not. We don't have to do anything. If this O equals to O, yes, they are equivalent. They are equal. So I adding 1 to the counter. And then we check the next one. Is this D equal to this O? No, it's not. Then we're checking, is this O equals to this O? If yes, they are. So we're adding another 1 to the counter. So the counter is 2. I just return the counter out, and the answer is 2, right? So same thing for this one. Is this H equal to H? Yes. We're adding 1, another H, adding another 1, another H, adding another 1. So I have 3 and return the counter out. Think about to do it in this way, right? And but like the hardest point is like think about when the str has 2 characters, hi. How do you split this array? How do you like loop through this array? Like for example, if we do it like with compare if DA equal to HI, and then compare SD equal to HI, compare HI equal to HI, compare DA equal to HI. So it looks like it works, but actually you're gonna missing some cases. For example, if there like when you compare DA with HI, yes they are not. Compare SD with HI, they are not. Compare HI with HI, yes they are equal. But what if this like the HI is in here? Basically, you are missing it. So the correct way you are doing it is, firstly compare the first one plus the second one, the DA. Is the DA equals to HI? And then you compare the second one with the third one, AS. Compare this with HI. And then compare this SD with HI. And then compare this DH with HI. Then compare HI, compare ID. So you don't missing the stuff inside it, alright? You cannot like firstly getting the 0, 1, getting 2, 3, getting 4, 5. You're gonna compare it like 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 3. Gonna make sure like you are not missing any element inside it. So we are going to make a counter loop through the long array, long string, and compare inside the loop. You're gonna compare the part of the long string with str. See if they are equal. If they are equal, then we adding 1 to the counter, right? Like after the loop is done, just return the counter out. That might be not the only way to do so, but you can try start from this way and try to figure it out, and then you can think about maybe there's more ways to do so. All right, that is for the question number 9. And let me see if we're gonna go one more. Have 3 more. We're gonna cover these 3 more tomorrow. All right, these three are not easy too. I mean they're not hard. The hardest one going to be number 9, number 10 in this assignment. Think about it. It's not really hard, but it's a little bit tricky. All right. So we're going to yeah, we're gonna stop right here. We're gonna you can start working on the assignment. I'm gonna upload the video, and I'm gonna keep talking on assignment tomorrow. But try it yourself to see if you can figure it out. Right? It's really important that you can understand and do it by yourself. Because we are right now we are just practicing the language. Later we're gonna using those functions to really working on something. Right? Right now we just practice. So try to figure it out by yourself. Right? For number 7, 9, and number 7, 8, and 9.